Huh.
All right, and we're back with Resource Operations, Level 2 of Doom 2016.
The music cut out there. That was weird.
It just doesn't really... the music is very subtle in those loading screens.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient intelligence assigned to Mars.
Hi, best boy.
After running diagnostics on the Praetor suit, it appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
That makes absolutely no sense in universe, and I don't care because it's a good mechanic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Metroid, it got me thinking while I was swimming in the pool today. I would love to see a visual mod for this game that made Doomguy Samus. It would
That'd be pretty cool.
It would take a lot of work, but it would be really cool. I'd especially love to see how some of the beams would look. Although,
Yep,
well,
so...
you don't really get a shotgun. No, I guess the light beam's kind of a shotgun.
Yep,
Okay.
so in the game, you find the little drones, and you get a weapon mod for the weapons. Every weapon, with some exceptions, has 2 mods, and your weapon upgrade points can be used to upgrade the mods.
And those upgrades, they do, like, if you think your upgrades are good now, just wait.
Yeah, and I do appreciate that with the lone exception of the super shotgun, none of the upgrades are for the weapon's base potential. Like, it's not just like, oh, now your gun shoots faster or hits harder. It's just, it makes the ancillary thing work better.
Mm-hmm.
So now that last glory kill I did on that Possessed, that is one of the hardest or most finicky glory kills to pull off. It's so unintuitive because you think you just go behind it and aim at its head, but ordinarily you just punch it in the back. So what you have to do is when it's stunned like that, you have to wait for it to like stagger back a little bit and then do it, and then you'll do the head twist.
I just noticed
I
they were
only
trying
learned
to
how
load...
to...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I just said, I only learned how to do that when I was doing some recording tests for this playthrough.
Yeah.
Which, there's a challenge later on where you have to do either that one or one aimed at the leg, and the leg one is so much more reliable that I'm not sure if anyone has ever done that challenge doing the regular one aimed at the head.
Yeah. So I noticed on the screen that they showed Vega building his memory modules out, and that it had a couple failed attempts. I love little details like that on screens.
Yeah. So sometimes you might see me doing some maybe strange things. Even if it's not necessary, I will try to get the challenges done as soon as I can, just so that I don't forget them and can get them, off my plate quick. Oh, that's always a sketchy jump there. You feel like you're gonna fall off into the abyss.
I've died many times to that jump. Well, not died, but I had to go back up. Well, actually, I've probably done both.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I like that Doom Eternal changed. In this game, if you fall off a bottomless pit, it's an insta-death, whereas in Eternal, it just does like 10 damage and puts you back on the thing, which is what most games, I think, should default to doing. Oh, check this out.
Oh! What the heck? That was great. The Deathless Run is dead.
Yeah, so, I was very happy that I got that bug on camera.
Have you ever seen that
so
before?
I don't think I ever have, no, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. It has to do with the way the game repositions you during glory kills, which I believe speedrunners have taken maximum advantage of.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, those enemies are
There's
fun.
the engineers. So much fun.
Yeah.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown.
Oh. And
You might see me randomly punching nothing
Ooh,
every now
nice.
and again. I think I'm having to adjust to the control scheme a bit.
oh yeah. Once I got good at it,
From playing some other game.
once I got good at the positioning, because the way you punch in this game is weird, I really enjoyed just beating things to death. It's not easy or conventional, but it is fun. It
Yeah.
is not advised. Actually, the best combo is punch, shotgun, punch.
Lockdown disengaged.
Because usually it'll just give you an instant glory kill if you do that. At least on
Yeah,
some
the
of
punch
weaker enemies.
is at least decently useful against smaller enemies in this game. They made it completely worthless in Eternal, which is fine by me. No, wait, stop. Turn to your right. No.
Ah.
The one codec that I didn't get is just to the right over there. So,
Did you go back off screen and get it?
yeah. But other than a handful of challenges, especially grinding challenges, I tried to get everything on screen.
No, good. How would you feel about a mod that took off the cap for your shields, ammo, and health, where you could pick up as many things as you could? Like, obviously, refill stations would only take you up to 100, but, like, it just kept letting you pick it up, if that makes sense.
You would have to create a new difficulty with way higher damage. Because otherwise you would be getting tons and tons of especially health.
So in this game, I've noticed that there's different points you can get the weapons depending on how good your observation skills are. Is the chainsaw
Yeah.
like that, or is it always here?
It's right here, right in your way. It's kind of hard to miss the chainsaw, but yes, and that is another thing that this game uses from the old games, not as a nostalgia thing, but as this is good design, which is you can get certain weapons early if you explore and find secrets.
Or late if you're just super duper not good at seeing things.
Yeah, eventually you'll come across that weapon just lying in your way, but if you find the secrets, you can get it early, and it's really good.
Access denied. Yellow security clearance required. Access denied. Yellow security clearance required.
Well,
He ambling.
and he was able to go through that locked door, so that's gotta mean something. Yeah, I tried to trigger as many, like, hinty, cinematic-y moments in this playthrough like that. I don't need that hologram to tell me where to go, but it's very much intended that
Yeah.
or hoped that you trigger it on your first time.
Oh, Dead Space. That's the game I'm thinking of that it's kind of like the lore is there if you want to find it, I think. I've never played
Oh,
Dead
okay.
Space, but I assume
have
that's
I.
how it is. I know the third game was not so good. Thanks to EA
I mean,
ruining
they
things.
EA'd it.
Yeah.
No, it's a big franchise. It's got to be big and have, like, multimedia ultra integration, and
We
it's
have
like-
to monetize
it's a-
every point in the design.
Security clearance required.
Gosh.
I mean, to their credit, they did have faith in it and tried to make it a big thing, but that's not what Dead Space was good at. It was just this cool little horror thing.
Yeah.
Let it be a cool little horror thing.
Demonic presence at unsafe.
I'd love to see them remake the third one and see if they could salvage it. I mean, now that we're getting games that feel like less like remakes and full on like just we're just gonna start from scratch. I feel like anything could happen these days. Like Final Fantasy VII's like remake is basically a different game. I like how that portal is realistic.
Yeah, it's got a little skybox thingy
Yeah.
in there, and I think it's of the Titans realm. I think it's an area you go to later.
Oh, cool.
It kind of looks like it. Yeah, there are a number of games that I think it would be like, you know, if you just did a reboot, this would be fine.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, Ace Attorney. Like, reboot it. Don't have Phoenix or any, like, returning characters.
Oh, okay.
Just because, like, the Great Ace Attorney proved that the
don't
Great Ace
need
Attorney
Phoenix to
duology
play
is
a good
by
game.
far the best thing to come out of Ace Attorney in a long time. And it kind of makes it feel like the existing series is just has way too many built-up problems, and a fresh start would be great for everybody.
Right. What's that recent Resident Evil remake? Was it 4 or 5?
They remade 4 most recently.
Right. That's another one where it's like, this feels like it's basically a new game. One game where they didn't do that, or where they did it and they shouldn't have, of course, is Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Yeah.
Biggest disappointment
managed-
since... Oh my gosh. Wait, say
They
again?
managed to ruin their franchise with its second entry.
Oh!
And
They were-
unlike Devil May Cry, they didn't immediately fix it with their third.
There
'Cause it
was
never
no
got a
third. Unless you want to count the mobile game. Which you don't. It was a cool endless runner, but... Yeah, I mean, I need to give Catalyst another try. It left such a disappointing taste in my mouth that I think it was understandable. It bounced right off me. I mean, for goodness sake, you don't start out with the impact roll. You have to unlock the impact roll. I can do an impact roll, the most basic of parkour moves.
I'm still amazed at how quickly Devil May Cry picked itself up after stumbling in a way that would kill most other series.
Now,
And with the same team, too.
when you've played through this game, have you ever, well, I guess I might have answered my own question. Sometimes...
Lard.
Oh! Sometimes I would avoid the upgrade guys to then come back when I had another gun, just so I could get both upgrades sooner.
That is exactly what I just did, because I know that I'm going to be getting another weapon here soon, and I want to get a mod for it instead of the charged shot for this gun, because I really just need the explosive shot for now.
So, you might be surprised to hear this. Guess what game my brother's gotten into on the PS5?
What?
Fortnite. It's actually come
Hey.
a long way.
I
Like,
mean, I
it's pretty
played
good.
Fortnite when my coworkers played it at lunch way back when, but that's been a while.
I
so.
mean, it's been so long that they got rid of the building if you don't want it. They got rid of the a lot of stuff. I think they got rid of the bloom, thank goodness, because that was awful. But yeah, like now that there's a bunch of characters that are fun to play as, the game feels pretty good. It's fun to just screw around.
I'm
But-
sure it's a fine game,
Yeah.
but I'm just not the kind of guy who just loads up a multiplayer game and plays it endlessly.
I understand. That being said, they have added something that I'm shocked didn't exist before now. You know Rocket League?
Oh? Yeah?
They added a racing mode in Fortnite that it has the same physics and gameplay as Rocket League cars, but you're racing. And I cannot believe it took them this long to do that, because it works really well.
Huh.
Yeah. They also had a Guitar Hero for some reason. That one was not what I expected. I love... Hazard Protection is great, but the upgraded version is the best. Just, you can say F you to explosive barrels and not care. It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, one last Fortnite thing that's gonna make me really sad. So Doomguy isn't in Fortnite, right? Then again, why would you know? Oh, it's the
I have no idea.
Yeah. But yeah. So Samus, the character I would literally instantly buy the battle pass for if it came out. I thought, oh, maybe someday. They've already asked Nintendo. They said yes, but their condition made it not happen, and it makes me so angry. So they said they would have Samus in Fortnite if she was only visible to players that were playing the Switch version, and everybody else that saw her on any other version would look like a default skin. Nintendo hates free advertising. I don't understand this. It's just like, come on, guys. Oh, well. Maybe they might change their mind down the road.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of how Sony was with crossplay. It's like, no, we don't want to have crossplay where it's like, okay, so your version will just be automatically worse than all the others.
Yeah. Or like Microsoft with borrowing used games. Man, it's thanks to that. It's thanks to that and a couple other things. To this day, I still forget that there's something came out after the Xbox One. That's how bad they messed up. To be fair, they have PC. They kind of have the PC market on lock, so in a way, I don't actually know how that works with Steam, because like,
Welcome to the UAC's Mars installation, located in the vast Hellas Plain impact basin.
whoa.
This high-tech mining and research facility is pushing the boundaries of the imagination.
So that's not Vega, right?
As a valued employee,
No, that's just a recording, I think.
Okay. Wow, you got the machine gun really early. Or maybe you got the plasma rifle early.
The plasma rifle wasn't a secret. This thing's just slightly off. I mean, the thing to open it is right there, so it's presumed that you'll see it.
I gotta say, of all the guns I used in this game, this is probably the one I used the most after the super shotgun, thanks to the micro missiles.
Micro missiles are really good. In fact, they're so good in this game that people immediately assumed that they would be the best in Doom Eternal. They are not. They're good, but
I'm sure they did
there's
that on
the other mod for that weapon in Eternal has much better utility.
You did it, Timmy. To celebrate, we're going to the planet with almost enough atmosphere. Cosmo, no.
Yeah, so you'll notice that I actually got the stun bomb mod, which most people will consider to be one of the worst, especially next to the other choice, which is heat blast for that weapon. But for the early game, I actually like stun bomb to help with tougher enemies, and then later it gets outclassed by you just have stronger stuff. But
Can you not grab ledges when you're in berserk mode?
you can, I just can't double jump yet, so I think I'm overestimating how high I can jump.
Yeah, that double jump is great.
Yep. Yeah, there was a lot of things about this game that were specifically like very clearly this is good and this is not as good, that people when they got to Eternal just assumed that was the same way and didn't even try to see if other things would work and assumed that everything would be the same, and it led a lot of people to be like, why isn't this work? And it's like, maybe try experimenting.
Yeah. Like, Doom Eternal may be way harder and way less way more balanced, but I have to give it credit. It is forcing me to learn to enjoy the other weapons, so I'll give it that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of controversy about the Doom Eternal game design, the pros and cons, and I do understand that there are a lot of cons.
I also
but
I don't love what they did with the lore. It feels
we can get into that a bit later. I have my own problems with the lore, believe you me.
Like, I don't know. It just, I get the feeling there's never going to be a third game, but which is a shame. Like, did the sales do good for Eternal, or I don't actually know.
The what?
So, like,
Oh,
this
sales.
Game, yeah.
I think Doom Eternal sold very well.
So I'm just curious what the heck they're working on, because, yeah.
Yeah, it has now been, I think, as long, or about as long, between the release of 2016 to Eternal as it is from Eternal to now.
Yeah.
Because it was under 4 years from 2016 to Eternal, and it's now nearly 4 years since Eternal came out. And it was only like 2 years after 2016 came out that they announced Eternal. So yeah, I've got no idea what id's up to.
Yeah. Man, 2017 feels both recent and a lifetime ago. Like, it's weird.
I mean, it was the before times.
Right, it is. That is true. Time broke during the pandemic, and it never recovered fully. Like, we're almost halfway through this decade, and that really hurts my brain.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean, just the fact that we were like, wow, this decade started off like this, and now we're nearly halfway through it. Oh my goodness.
What the heck? But yeah. But yeah, like, because, like, in that sense, it's like, the Switch both feels like, well, the Switch feels like it's been around forever. And it kind of has. Let's see.
I mean, it's nearly
7,
7
8,
years
9,
old.
10, 11, 12, yeah. Well, it came out in 2017, so that would mean 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
11,
nearly
12,
7
13.
years.
Yeah, you're right. I can't do math. I always forget to count from 0. No. Sometimes I count from 0, sometimes I don't. Ah, is that another plasma rifle? Or was that another machine
I think
gun?
it is. Yeah, it is.
I think that's the one I got.
No, wait, no, that's an assault rifle.
Okay.
That's in case you missed the other one.
All right. I just had an idea that would be ridiculously expensive. Bluetooth-enabled Nerf darts that tell you when you've hit someone.
Wouldn't it be better to have body armor that could detect hits?
You kind of need both. Here's the thing.
I mean, it wouldn't know who hit it.
Well, that's the thing. My biggest beef is with, like, laser tag or Nerf gun or paintball or airsoft. I struggle to know if I've hit somebody. That comes A, from dishonesty, and B, from just, there's not a lot of good feedback on that. But to be fair, there is a solution that exists, and that's those little paintballs. Or they're like the little water squishy balls that like have washable, like, ink. I need to mess with those. Those are cool. Wow, that just tore right through his shield. Nice. Well, that could have gone better.
As we all know, grenades only go off when they've been on the ground long enough.
Yeah. Oh, that's a indecent ragdoll. Vega. It's a good thing these air vents are massive.
Yeah, I mean, it's a science facility. Maybe you could justify by saying, oh, they're not air vents, they're conduit channels.
That's true. That's true.
It's a gift.
My favorite animation in the whole game.
Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey, if you can withstand the power surge.
Oh, that's so cool. Just smashes that thing. Oh, it's so satisfying. So, what do you like
There
to...
was a couple other frame drops.
What do you like to upgrade most?
I mean, I think that I like leveling up fairly evenly, so I put more into armor than I think most others people do. Most people focus on ammo first, then health, and then armor later. But I actually like to do health a little bit more, and then a couple of ammo, and then I like focusing on armor a bit.
Is critical. According to the records, Dr. Hayden, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility.
So here's one example where Doom Eternal forgets that just because you have control over your character, it does not prevent something from being a cutscene. There should be a way, some way to skip this.
Yeah.
I feel I should apologize for what's happened here. Some of my employees took things too far. Olivia was the cause of all this, and I believe you will have to deal with her in time.
Don't you threaten me with a good time.
I may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress. But none of that matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry.
Oh, no.
Regulators have been destroyed, and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
Will the meltdown kill demons?
I mean,
Yes.
I assume
but,
he means...
less demons than you'll kill if you survive. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll save myself.
I assume it's a Homer Simpson kind of meltdown, where it's more of an explosion, because he'd be just fine in a nuclear meltdown. Man's mostly robot. Well, good job. You got them all.
You're gonna see that full screen a lot. Alright, well, we will see you next time.